Target acquired. Dispensing product.
What's going on, everybody? Ed here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the high-grade Banshee Norn from Gundam Unicorn. And this kit was sponsored and provided by TatsuHobby.com, so go check them out for the latest and greatest in gunpla kits, resin kits, Kotobukiya kits, Zoid kits, and everything else you could ever possibly want in your modeling experience. Now, this is the, again, as I said in the unboxing, the second version of the Banshee to be featured in the OVA. This is when Ridhe gets it, when he decides to basically kick the Federation to the curb and say, hey, I'm gonna go pilot this guy, or whatever he does. I'm not entirely sure what he did, but he's rogue or whatever, and he's fighting against Banashir. And we see a little glimpse of this in episode 6 of it launching and it putting its shield on and yada yada. So it is very cool. The only change that is visible right now, without the weapons and everything on it from the original Banshee, is the backpack here that has this big vernier thing on it and then this little clip thingamajig. And that's the only difference besides, you know, physical weapons and everything. So for articulation, you got a head that's on a chicken joint, moves back and forth in a ball joint. You have a little joint here that moves this around. These can rotate all the way around. Rotation up here, bends forward and back at the elbow, and the hands are on ball joints. You get a ball joint in here at the waist area, so that's good. You get a swivel joint so you can move the legs around like back and forth like this. Ball joints up here, and two joints for the knees, and a swivel joint and a ball joint on the feet. So, pretty decent articulation, not as much as some of the other figures, but for the Unicorn mode, it's pretty good. It is a bit hindered, again, because it is the Unicorn mode, but that's alright. So, let's take a look at some of his accessories. So first off, for all the extra stuff that you get with the Norn, first of all, you get all the parts to make the regular Banshee version of the Unicorn or whatever. So you're going to get a new chest plate, a new collar piece, some parts of the backpack, a new face, and you do get a new V-fin, but I don't have that on me at the moment, but you do get those. You also get two beam sabers and two extra little beam saber handles. Now the reason why the handles come is because when you put the backpack on, this new part covers and fits into the part where the old beam sabers on the backpack went. So you're going to have these two left over. And you get two beam sabers. You're also going to get an extra open hand like this, and along with the trigger finger hand on the side, you're also going to get an open hand, so you can have open hands on either one. This little part, which comes into play with the shield, which I'll show you in a minute how that works. An extra wrist piece, which actually I will show you what that comes for now. You're actually going to get a new claw. Now, this is the claw that the Banshee had when Ridhe was using it. If any of you remember, obviously, when she came in and was using this. Basically, this claw is not the same one that comes with the regular high-grade Banshee destroy mode. This is a completely different claw. And then I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to swap the parts out. Just swap those two parts out, and now the wrist cuff here, as you can see, has these two little divots on it. This is the old one. And basically how to put that on is you're going to take the claw and just put it right on top, both parts, and they snap right into the parts in the arm, which is cool. And there you go. Now you have the open claw thing. You're supposed to have this hand in it, so it seems like on the instructions, because this scene where she raises her hand up and kind of like is about to come down on the Unicorn, that's what this claw was made to kind of mimic. And you can also put this on the high-grade destroy mode, which is really cool. So you have this little extra gimmick claw that he didn't even use in this scene, but you get it to basically put on whatever Banshee version that you want, which is really quite cool. Now the last part is the transformation of the vernier backpack thing. And to do that, you're going to take this section off, and it actually opens up and splits into two pieces. And then you're going to get this piece, which, if I have this on correctly, take that out. You get this little gray piece, plug that right into the backpack here. Oh, whoops. You put these on first, and basically these are going to slide into these little tab pieces, and that fits right into the backpack like that. So now it's open, and now you take this little part, which is just the regular part to put the shield on the backpack. Take that, and then pop this out, which is the connector piece for the shield for the backpack. And now you can put his huge vernier shield piece on his back, which looks pretty cool. It's pretty big. And the way to have it in flight mode is to rotate this around and open these two things up like thrusters or something. And there you have it. With the thrusters out and all, and claw deployed, and Ridhe is ready to kick some ass. Another thing that I found, it's also extremely hard to notice, and you can't even really pick it up on camera. The Banshee Norn is actually molded in about a 2% darker colored dark blue than the original Banshee. Nothing that you can really notice without staring at two of the parts really intently, but there is a small difference. So my final thoughts on this high grade, it's pretty cool. I really like it that you get all the parts to make the regular version of the unicorn if you wanted to make the OVA version or whatever. And you're also getting like this really big shield, and they really like to send you all the same parts so you can make the same model that you built before previously. The only difference from this and the other one, or in the other high grade Banshee, are the weapons and some minor differences, but I honestly like this one a little more, especially because it comes with this clear claw thing. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10 on the Ed scale, and remember, you can always pick this kit up at tatsuhobby.com, who sponsored this review. So, that's been another Gundam review. I'm Ed, and I'll see you all next time.